Hello, beautiful people. My name is Kira, aka Words by Kira, and in this video, I am going to be talking about connecting with my higher self, accepting myself more, loving myself, feeling less worried about what other people think of me, more spiritual and more joyful. If you like content like that about self-love and connecting with others through interviews to hopefully lead to a more joyful life, then definitely hit that bottom right subscribe button. You. Hit that bottom right subscribe button and join the family because we would love to have you. I am going to be doing my hair. That's why it's wet. I just washed it. Just a simple 2-strand twist, which is very normal for me. It's healthy for my hair and simple. So you definitely want to keep on watching and check it out. All right, y'all. I am so excited to do this video. It's going to be very laid back. I just literally washed my hair with, I don't even know how to say it, biolage. These are the Color Care Color Safe products. This is for color treated hair because I dyed my hair for a few years, and I even just recently dyed it, not that recently, a few months ago, I dyed it dark brown to be closer to my roots so I don't have to keep dyeing it. And these are really, really great products. It's raw. There is coconut milk, no sulfates, no silicones. It's really healthy, pretty pricey, but a great product. And then I also use the Shea Moisture Jamaican castor oil. My hair absolutely loves this product, so I put that in. Now I'm just gonna have the Cantu Shea Butter Leave-In Conditioner. I don't know, I know some people aren't really using Cantu anymore, but I have religiously been using this leave-in conditioner, oh my gosh, I can't even, at least like 5 years, and my hair definitely really likes it. I always put it in right after I wash my hair. And yeah, I mean, don't worry, y'all. This is not going to be like a hair care video. I'm just letting you know quickly for anybody who might be interested. And now I'm going to just detangle my hair with this wide tooth comb. I always use a wide tooth comb because baby girl don't play that, you know what I mean? And then we're going to get to talking about the ways that I've been connecting with my higher self and what that means to me. And hopefully through this video, you guys can get some tips about how you can connect more with your higher self, or maybe you're already on this spiritual journey and a journey to just like loving yourself, more self-acceptance, more self-expansion, and having more boundaries and those beautiful things that just accelerate our growth. Ooh, girl, my hair be like a lion or sometimes might be coming out, right? So for the most part, I detangled everything. Now I'm gonna add in my other products. I am going to be using another Shea Moisture. This is a curl enhancing smoothie, and probably top it off with this coconut oil just to kind of seal it in. I always love to do like a cream, a leave-in conditioner, a cream, and then an oil. That works the best for my hair. Right. Now that we got all that out the way, but now let's get into the meat and potatoes of why y'all want to watch this video about connecting with your higher self. All right, y'all. So, you know, I'm always talking about like self-love with y'all and loving myself. And I hope you love yourself. And don't get it twisted. I really live my life based on those principles. I always want to share self-love and that ideology that you are beautiful and precious as you are, inside and out, and you should love yourself. But it's easier said than done, right? Like, love yourself. Okay, you can want to love yourself, but what are like the steps to get there? Like, how do you do it? And I think such a huge part of it is self-acceptance. And that can be really hard. That can be incredibly hard with all the pressure that we have to look a certain way, act a certain way, have a certain status and money and this and that, and all these things that in the grand scheme, it doesn't make you who you are. It doesn't make you who you truly are. So I've been on this journey. I would say I've been on a journey to try to increase my self-love since probably around like 25. I think right now I'm 30. I think around 25 is when I first started realizing, well, I knew I had low self-esteem when I was younger. Like, it was very apparent. When I was younger, I thought I was ugly. I thought that something was wrong with me. Nobody liked me. I was so caught up on validation from external sources. I have multiple videos talking about that more in depth from earlier videos on my channel. But yeah, so if you ever want to hear a little bit more about that, you could check those videos out. But I knew by the time I hit 25, I knew that I had those problems and I was trying to step away from them. I was trying to break free from those feelings. I didn't want to be held prisoner to other people's feelings about me. Like, I literally can't feel good about myself unless somebody else feels good about me. I wanted to break free from that and have that self-love within myself. So that was when I first started going to therapy, and I realized I had a lot of relationship anxiety. Primarily a romantic relationship. If a romantic relationship wasn't going my way, I would have intense anxiety. I would think something's wrong with me. My sense of self-worth would be at like 0. And I was like, I don't want to live like this. This is so draining. Like, I don't want to be so easily shaken by how somebody else feels about me. So then I remember she would have me do these worksheets, and I would have to write things down like, I was proud of myself today when, and I would have to think about something that I did that made me proud of myself, or like, what was something good that happened to me today, things like that. So I think those were kind of like the little beginning stepping stones to me, kind of like thinking more for myself about how I feel. But now, 5 years later, now I'm kind of more focused on like what self-worth means to me. Like, where does self-worth come from, you know? And I have a new therapist now, actually. Like, I took a break from therapy for a while, and I have a new therapist. I absolutely love her. She's a Black woman. She just gets me. And I really see myself growing and changing in like beautiful ways. It can be really tough sometimes because I'm noticing all these things about myself that I didn't even notice before. Like how much I was censoring myself. I also did a video about that. That was my last video. You should definitely check that out. Anyway, she asked me, actually, she was like, you know, how do you measure self-worth? Like, what do you think self-worth is? And I was like, you know, I think it's just me discovering who I am and like appreciating who I am. And I was kind of like stumbling to think of the words and like to be able to explain what I think self-worth is. And I realized that I was really struggling. I didn't really know where self-worth comes from. And now when I think about it, I think it is accepting myself, treating myself kindly, knowing that I deserve to be respected, I deserve love, I deserve to be happy. Like, just knowing my value. You know what I mean? Like, knowing that I mean something and that I'm precious and that I deserve good things. I think that's a huge part of it, you know? And also, like, not being so connected to, like, my external things, like, oh, how much money I make, how I look, my relationship status, you know, how other people view me. I think that used to be so much of how I was getting my self-worth before, but now I want it to come from within. So I'm still on that journey for sure, and I think that's helping me connect to my higher self. And something big that I noticed this year is how I still sometimes really care about like the image that I present to others. It's like I want to come across a certain way. Like I want to come across like kind and sweet and smart and ambitious and fun and like happy, and I don't know, it's like all these weird things. And not weird things, it's really great traits that I organically have. I organically possess these things. And it's weird. I know I do, but I feel like sometimes I will be like trying to perform it. Like I'll try to be like amping it up. And I don't know why. It's like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know if sometimes I don't trust that I really can be that way, or I'm afraid that like, wow, what if I'm upset when I'm around somebody and I have an attitude and I bring the vibe down, or like, I used to be so worried about that. Like if I was upset about something, but I still had plans with somebody and I didn't want to like cancel them. I don't know. It's like just weird things that I would be anxious about. So that was a big thing. And I think another way that I've been connecting with my higher self is setting more boundaries. Like before, setting more boundaries, like just realizing that my time, my resources are so valuable. I am valuable. Therefore, my time, my energy, my resources are incredibly valuable. And I used to just give them so willingly to others. I used to, oh, someone wants to hang out with me, even if I have things that I need to be doing for myself, or I, don't really want to spend the money on going out with them, or, there's just things that I could be doing that are more productive for my life and my goals, like my creative goals, or trying to excel, or just trying to rest and relax and give myself rest. Like I would put my needs and things that would improve my life on the back burner to appease other people, and to feel like, oh, I'm that friend that's down, I'm that cool friend, I'm whatever. And now that I'm older, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still that cool friend. I'm still that down friend, but I can't be down for whatever. I don't have the time. I don't have all the time in the world to just blow with the wind of what other people want me to do. And sometimes it's hard to say no. I've been saying no more than I ever have before. I've been saying no a lot more to things, to people that I really love and care about. And it's hard. It's a big adjustment, but it's needed. And I know that the deeper I go into this spiritual journey, the more I have peace within myself, the more that I am using my energy wisely to elevate myself, to complete projects, to be authentic to myself, to really just like continue to grow as a person, be more connected to God. It's just going to be different. It's going to hit different. Like my lifestyle is different. I'm different. Just like I'm sure you all are different, especially after this pandemic. How can you not? All this extra time to self-reflect and to kind of like take stock of who is important to you, what's important to you, what do you want to do if, God forbid, your time was limited or taken. Like, life is so precious and it does not last forever. That's why it's so precious, because it's here for a certain amount of time, and it's all of our jobs to love to love God, in my opinion. It's all of our jobs to love ourselves. It's all of our jobs to try our best to leave a positive mark on this world and to figure out why we are here, and to move towards that purpose the best we can, and to find like-minded people where we can help and encourage them on their purpose, and they could do the same for us. That's what I think a big part of this life is. Like, and I know for me, like, I'm not saying I fully am aware of my purpose, or I really have no idea. Like, God, I pray to God all the time to please show me and to use me for his will and what he wants me to do, and to help guide me and to keep me on the right path. I pray for that for my friends. I pray for that for my family. I pray for that for my man constantly. And I hope that I am on the right track. You know, I think I'm doing things. If I'm not totally on the right track, I think I'm very close, because I have more peace, you know. And I look back a few years ago and I gotta pat myself on the back, and I pray that you feel the same way about your stage in life right now. Like, when I think about how I used to be just 5 years ago, 10 years ago, it's like, wow, I've really grown a lot. Like, I was so lost. I was not focused. I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know my interests. I didn't know, how I should be treated. I didn't know what I deserved. Like, I was just so all over the place. And through getting closer to God and working in therapy and being around people that really love me and support me and who tell me the truth, even when it might hurt, but it's for my own good. Those are all just little ways. Also reading dope books like, The Alchemist, The Four Agreements, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. Like, those books really transformed my life. Oh, also The Power of Now. Those books really transformed my life because I feel like it helped me to see myself in a different way. It helped me to see myself. It helped me to see myself more clearly. I think that a big issue that we have is sometimes you can look at yourself and you're seeing such a distorted image. Like, you literally are seeing, you're overemphasizing your negative traits, your flaws. You're making them huge. That's all you see. You can't see your beauty. You can't see your gifts and how you impact others, and how your spirit and soul shines. Like, sometimes we can be so oblivious to those things because of trauma, because of society's ideals or bad relationships, so on and so forth. So that's not real. Like, those negative, sorry, I had to scratch that. That's not really these distorted images of ourselves where we think we're terrible and we're not unworthy, and that's all bullshit. Excuse my French, but that's what that is. It's bullshit. Because I know you guys see it close, but I'm gonna bring it home. The same God, creator, however you use the name, I use God, that created the stars, the constellations, flowers, trees, food, the sun, the ocean, turtle, the lions, all those things made you. And like, you're magical. Do you know that? Like, you're magical. The fact that you have made it through the trials and tribulations that you've made it through, and you're still here standing or sitting or whatever, you on your phone, you on your computer watching this video. Thank you for watching. Like, the fact that you're here in this moment, you made it through, you've been making it through a pandemic, you've been surviving, I hope thriving. Like, you know how dope you are? That you're, taking the time out of your day to watch content to hopefully try to improve yourself and to love yourself more and to be the best person you can be. Like, you're dope. You're dope. Some people don't ever think about these things and they stay so stagnant. And, I used to feel bad about that before, but sometimes that's people's journeys. Shout out my old college professor, Dr. Menzies. He had to teach me that, like, because I used to get sad about that, about people that don't elevate really, and they kind of stay stagnant and like immature and just like stuck in certain patterns and habits, and they don't really learn how to outgrow those stages. I used to feel bad for them, and he had to tell me, like, that's their journey. It's okay. We all have our journeys. And we all have our stages, and there's a time and a place for everything. And if you have been feeling, restless, or, you're noticing all these things about yourself, and sometimes it's really hard because you want to do better, you want to change, or or you're just feeling different, like you're not thinking the way you used to, or maybe you're losing some friends or some people that used to be really close to you, and you're gravitating to different things and different people. That's all signs of like a spiritual awakening. That's all signs that you are most likely, your energy is elevating and growing. And even though it can be really tough, that's beautiful. And keep going. You're on a great path. Like, something I know for a fact that I'm learning right now is to do better with boundaries and to say no more, like I was saying before. That is a big lesson that I'm learning now, and to be okay with people being mad at me, or people feeling some type of way, or thinking whatever they think. It is what it is. That's none of my business how they think about me. Because at the end of the day, the only person who's gonna have to be me and live this life is me. The only person who's gonna have to be you and live your life is you. So you gotta make you happy. Okay, now I'm not telling you to be, completely not caring about others, but you gotta put yourself number one. And that's just the reality of the situation, in my opinion. To live your most truest, authentic life, you gotta be true to you. So yeah. Those are just some ways that I've been connecting more with my higher self. Oh, and lastly, I have been for a little over a year, I have been reaching out a lot more to my ancestors. I've been asking older family members about my ancestors, like learning more about my great-grandparents, learning more about their siblings, about my great-great-grandparents as much as I possibly can, looking at their pictures. I recently made an altar a few months ago, and I have pictures. Oh, and I do want to clarify, and I'm talking about connecting with my ancestors, I'm always saying out loud and in my heart that I want to connect with ancestors of good character, whose names I know and whose names I don't know. That's what I say, because I just want to make sure, no shade, no shade, but I want to make sure I'm connecting with healed ancestors that have great character and who have me and my family and our lineage. They have our best interests at heart, So that's definitely something that I always say, because I just want to make sure I'm tapping into those ancestors that are healthy. But yeah, I've been talking a lot more to my ancestors, literally talking to them, thanking them, saying I love them, asking them for guidance, asking them for clarity. Literally through me talking to them, sometimes I will have really, really vivid dreams, like super vivid dreams. And I'll write them down when I wake up so I don't forget. And it's been really, really beautiful experience. Lately, I haven't been doing it as much. So as I'm telling you all about this, I'm like, yeah, I need to definitely be doing it more again. Because at one point I was doing it like every day pretty much. So I definitely need to be doing that more. And you all should try it too. I highly suggest. I think it's really beautiful to know more about like where you came from, where your people came from, and just to have that deeper sense of self. Not to say that you're not exactly your ancestors, you're not exactly your family, but I think that it's just good to have that knowledge and to know like the different things that had to happen and had to align to make you and to bring you into this world. And sometimes it's really cool because sometimes you might even like learn about an ancestor where you feel like a special connection to them, or you see some similarities, or they remind you of someone else. And I don't know, it's just really dope. So that's definitely been another beautiful way that I have felt more connected to my higher self. And of course, we know meditation, asking my higher self for guidance. Sometimes if I'm struggling to know what to do about a situation, I'll meditate and I will ask my higher self what I should do, or any wisdom or guidance they want to give to me. And sometimes I'll get an answer, or I'll just look at the whole situation differently and be more at peace with my decision making, you know? So yeah, I don't know. I'm just feeling really grateful. I'm feeling really at ease. I was having a lot of anxiety a few months ago. Just like a lot of changes are happening in my life. Like I'm moving soon. And I was really afraid about how that, like being transparent. I'm moving soon, and I was just like really nervous about how that was going to affect my close family and how that was going to affect our relationships. And I didn't want to feel like I was hurting anyone, but at the end of the day, I love my family. They love me. I support them and they support me. And I'm a grown woman, things are going to change. There's different seasons, and I had to realize like it's okay to move and let go and to start a new life and to put myself first and to really just do my own thing. I could do my own thing and still be connected to others. I could do my own thing and have my full independence, but still make time and have quality time for the people I love. So just seeking that balance, but realizing it's okay to put me first. That has been like a huge weight lifted off of me. So yeah, y'all, I'm just gonna keep twisting my hair. This has been really, really like beautiful experience for me to talk to you all like this, because sometimes I come on here and I try my best to just wait, what do I want to do with this? Oh, I want to go this way. I try my best to be positive and to be uplifting, because that's the energy I want to bring out into the world. But I think sometimes I might kind of like only show a little tiny sliver of my personality on here. And not that I feel like I need to show my full entire personality. That's not going to happen in a public forum. I'm definitely on my Beyonce a little bit of like just keeping some things private to me and, only sharing certain sides of me to my close loved ones. But I also realized like I could show a little more. I can show a little bit more to y'all. I can open up a little more about what's currently going on and like different things I'm experiencing at this stage in my womanhood, and different things that I've learned along the way and where I'm at right now, and just like having these type of conversations to hopefully get you thinking about your spiritual journey or your life and where you are, and hopefully just making you feel peaceful and good and grateful to be you, because you're dope, like I said. Thank you so much for watching. I'm literally just going to end it like this with me halfway done. Maybe I'll just stick a little picture at the end of it fully done for the people out there who'll be like, dang girl, I don't feel satisfied until it's fully done. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.